Hey, it's Steven Saunders here. Look, I'm really excited to help you with your real estate journey. I have plenty of tools and services to offer to help you along your way. However, before we can dive in, there is a small but really important formality that I need to discuss. See, as a licensed professional, I'm required to discuss agency relationship and how it pertains to you. It's actually really important that you understand this. So attached to this message or in the description to this video, you'll find a link to the initial agency disclosure pamphlet. But for convenience, let me give you my short take on what you'll find in there and why it matters. In real estate, there's a big difference between agency and non-agency relationship, or being a client and not being a client. You see, during an interaction, like having met me at an open house, the difference is not obvious, and yet the implications can be costly. Think of it this way. In an agency relationship, when you are a client, you're getting a dedicated advocate, someone who's legally bound to act in your best interests. And honestly, that's what you need in a real estate transaction. Now, on the flip side, a non-agency relationship, when you are not yet a client, it's more like working with a transaction coordinator that has no obligation to negotiate on your behalf. And often, we are implicitly serving the interests of the other party. A classic example is the seller typically being represented by a listing agent. Now, this means that the seller has someone to negotiate, advocate, and strive for the best outcome on their behalf. Now, if you are a buyer and you are interacting with the listing agent about a property, it is their job to give their client the upper hand in negotiations and outcome. Now, as the buyer, that could come at your expense. This is why you need representation in a real estate transaction. Now, I offer real estate services to clients with which I have a signed agreement. I am careful not to interfere with other agency relationships, and I work only with one party to a transaction. Therefore, I will not represent both parties. That's legal in Oregon. And I will recommend a qualified realtor if you need representation that I cannot provide you. Now, I ensure that everyone involved has the right support aligned with their interests. So if you have a signed agreement with another agent, please let me know that. Now, again, if you have any questions, please refer to the initial agency disclosure and you can learn more. And of course, I'll be here to answer any questions you might have. I really would love the opportunity to serve you as your agent. So let's just set up a consultation and find out how well we'll match. It's a really fun process. I'll set up a buyer profile for you and we can meet on Zoom. Just let me know if you want to set an appointment. All right, thanks.